Hey, it's Darren here from Property Prosperity. I am just about to go in and sign a contract on a house that I've just sold or just negotiating on. Hopefully it'll get signed off tonight. I just thought I'd explain to you a little bit about, we just sold a property yesterday, which was community title property. So I thought I'd just come and explain to you a little bit about what community title means. Hey, thanks for the like. I appreciate that. If anyone likes what I'm saying, then obviously feel free to give me a bit of a like, or if you think someone might be finding it useful, give me a share. That'd be really cool. And welcome to give me comments in the box down the bottom. Thanks, Debbie. I appreciate you joining. And so, yeah, I thought I'd just explain a little bit what community title means. It's a lot more common nowadays. People are a little bit scared of it because they've heard about strata title, and people have a lot of issues with strata title. So basically the main three types of titles are Torrens title, community title, and strata title. So Torrens title means that you basically own your own block, and you're not having to share anything with anybody else. You got your own water connection, your own sewer connection, your own power connection. Whereas community title means you're sharing something with your neighbours, and that area that you're sharing, that's common property, so it's shared. So that's where the community title portion of it comes with, and it might be you're sharing the water meter. So one of the reasons why a developer might want to just put in sharing the water meters means that they don't have to dig up the road and put a whole new pipe in there. So what they do is they have one pipe come in, the existing pipe, and then they have two water meters connect to that pipe. So you still get separate water bills. It's just basically, it feels exactly the same as if you're living in a normal house, but it's just one pipe coming off the road. So it works out a lot cheaper for the developer when they're subdividing. Another reason why they make a community title property is they're sharing the driveway, because you might have a hammerhead property, which means they've got one house at the front. They'll build a driveway down the back, and they might have two houses at the back. So the two houses at the back, then they'll have to share the driveway down the side of the house to get access to their houses at the back. So that shared driveway, they'll make that common land, so everyone's sharing it. The houses at the back, they'll have their own block each, so they're not shared. And the house at the front will have its own block. It's just the driveway will be shared. So that's where the common portion of it comes in. Because there's not too many issues with community title, it's actually a pretty good method of separating things out. It's a lot better than strata title. I'll explain to you what strata title means in a sec. But the cool thing about the one thing to bear in mind about community title is that you actually, because it's shared, then you both have responsibility over the land. So whereas with the two houses at the back there, they'll probably have insurance both on each of their houses. So if anything goes wrong with someone trips over and hurts themselves, then the insurance company is going to cover them for any injuries or anything else that goes wrong. Whereas that driveway, if someone trips over on the driveway, because it's shared between both owners, then if they don't have insurance, then they might get themselves in a bit of trouble. So technically what you're meant to do, you're meant to get insurance over that land, then to know that you've just covered yourself in case something goes wrong. Understanding too, that land is shared, so if you want to build a driveway, then they both have to kick in money 50-50, or they want to do some landscaping, it's 50-50. So the less things in the community area, the better probably. So if you start putting lighting, and then you start putting like an automatic gate or something like that, then that starts creating complications and stuff. So really, the less things the better. If they start having electric gate and lighting, then you have to start separating bills for all those sort of things as well, which creates a bit more complications. So that's sort of community title. One thing to bear in mind with community title, the ETSA or SA Power Networks, they don't want to connect up multiple power connections for community title properties. So what they'll do is they just have one power connection coming in off the road. That'll have to connect up to a community power box, and then the dwellings will all come in off of the community power box. So they have separate meters within the community power box. So just to bear that in mind, if you're buying a property that's community titled and it doesn't have a community power box, then someone's going to have to pay for that. So just be aware that you have to be kicking, a portion of that cost for that to connect up the community power box, and also a portion of the cost for the the driveway or the landscaping, all the other sort of stuff. And just understand when you're buying that there is additional cost because it's community titled. And then also remember I said about the insurance. So that's going to be an ongoing thing that you have to kick in money annually to cover insurance on community titled land, just in case something goes wrong with the property. So that's the thing about with community title. As far as strata title goes, that's different again. That basically means you own the inside of the house and everyone owns the outside of the house. So you can do whatever you want almost within the inside of the house. But say if you wanted to, paint the outside of your front door, then collectively you have to get agreement from all your neighbours that they're all happy to paint the outside of the door. But if you paint the inside of the door, then you own that portion of it, so you can paint that whatever colour you want. So it just means you're a lot more related to what's going on with your neighbours. If you suddenly wanted to put an aerial on the roof or fix up some guttering or something like that, you collectively own that the outside of the house. So you collectively all have to agree. So quite often, if you decide to paint your house, everyone's going to paint their house, or generally the houses wear at similar sort of periods. So there's going to be a lot more costs. There's going to be a lot more money going in to the strata fund, they call it, the strata monies that go towards paying extra bills, because there's a lot more bills to pay in a strata thing, because it's the whole outside of the house. Where the community title area, it's only the common area that you're going to have to put money into, which again, if it's just a driveway, once it's built, there's not too many bills after that. And so yeah, hopefully you're not too scared off about the community title thing. It's not really a big deal. It will mean you have to meet up with your neighbours once a year just to decide on, how you're going to distribute the funds for. Hi Trish, thanks for joining. How are you going to distribute the funds for, the insurance or whatever? But it's not a big deal. Basically it means, you might get a block that you otherwise might not have been able to get. If a developer can then subdivide and put 3 blocks on there rather than just one, then that's 3 more houses that people have the opportunity to live in rather than just one. So, and again, quite often they're a bit cheaper, so it gives you an opportunity to buy in an area that you might not otherwise be able to buy in. So hopefully that's made sense to you guys. Hopefully you're not too scared about the whole community title thing. It's not as bad as people worry it out to be. And if you've got any questions or comments, feel free to put it in the comments page and in the comments box, and I'm happy to answer any future questions you may have. And if you liked what I said and it all made sense, then click on the like button. If it hasn't made sense, then just click on the like buttons anyway, and I'll try again next time. So thanks guys, have a good day, and we'll talk again for our next little meeting. See ya, bye.